Yeah. Yeah. I hope y'all got that champions, y'all. Who-Bangin Sports. It's West Coast, but you know we got love worldwide, especially for Meek Mill. You know, he be out here on the West all the time. You know what I'm saying? I was up chilling with him one time. It's all good, man. I got my man Wham in the house. Wham, what's happening?
What's popping with you? Man, you already know, bro. Happy to be here with y'all. Happy y'all here with us. Man, you know what it is. Djbigboss, your boy Charles Wham.
Yeah.
Man, how you feeling, bro? What's cracking?
Man, same old, same old, same old, same old. But you know, I'm on top of things a little bit. I had a couple slip-ups this week. But you know, for the most part, I'm feeling good, my brother. I'm feeling good. I got me a little sipper. It's Friday, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular square kind of guy with a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, so you know I gotta have a drink.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm sipping with you, brother. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling with the fam over here, getting everybody ready, getting ready for this weekend. About to cash some of these tickets. You know what I'm saying? Some of them looking good right now. Some of them looking a little weird. You know how that work. You know what I'm saying? We off and on with it. What's up with you though, bro? What you want to do? How you want to start this off, man? Now that we live, I know you did the one with Ski. I'm mad I didn't get to go on. You know, get to hit on that one, man. I was at the gym. Got to get my workout on. You feel me? So. You know how that work out, but you know, next time though, I'm gonna make sure I'm there for sure. But we live, baby. What's up, man? We got Paco Healy in the house. What's up, Paco? Appreciate you, bro.
What up, Paco? Paco always shows support and love, man. We got to give Paco a big shout out. Plus, we chill big time with Paco, man. It was trippy part about Paco. You know, we was out there for a while, you know, downtown Vegas, and then we was like, all right, let's go down to this club way down here. Paco just kind of fell off to. I'm gonna go this way. I'm good. We was out all night though. Good call, Paco. Because me and my man Ware, we was out to woo. We had to drag it on in after a while, huh, Will?
Bro, we was lit, man. We was out there with everybody though. We was out there with Gabe. Shout out to Gabe. I know this is his last show, SBR too. Shout out to Gabe, man. Got to go check that out. But yeah, man, my boy, I was out there with him, Teddy Covers. We was lit, bro. We was lit. I remember I drank way enough, but I was on water patrol. I was passing everybody the waters and shit, making sure everybody was getting hydrated. You know how that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. IFBC was a good thing, man. Already looking forward to IFBC 2019, man. You know, being that sports betting has been a passion of mine for a long time, man, that was like a breath of fresh air. That was like you already know, bro, how long we've been doing this. So that was like, you know, that was nice, man. Shout out to SBR, man. Everybody involved. Some people from SBR remember me. I don't remember them. So I'm really excited to go back the next time. I'm going to take pictures and take numbers and make sure that I stay connected with all the people out there, man. Really good people, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be like a reunion for sure. It's going to be like a reunion for sure. But yeah, bro, how you want to start this off though, man? I know you got some news going on. I mean, we could talk about a lot of stuff going on, man. My fantasy lineup just got crazy ripped out because I got Kareem Hunt. I got ripped off there, so we could go on and talk about all type of shit, bro.
That's one of the things I'll figure. I was thinking about some discussions to talk about. You know, we're supposed to have more people in the show tonight, but you know, it's Who-Bangin Sports. We didn't do our normal set this week, so we're gonna give you championship week. The card is kind of trash, man. It's, you know, it's gonna have to make do for the weekend, but some of those games is kind of trash. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I want you to explain to the people, like you explained to me. This is your final synopsis right here. Mm-hmm. Tell them exactly how. Tell them the good parts of how fantasy can help you with your capping.
Oh, that's a good question there, bro. I mean, the way I look at fantasy, especially with basketball. Now, there was at one point when FanDuel first came out, they had college basketball players, and this is when I first learned about Bobby Portis when he was on Alabama, and like a lot of other players on college basketball. This is how I started learning and studying college basketball players. They still have like some inches of that in certain places in DraftKings or something like that, but typically they don't have that collegiate level stuff no more, right? But this is how I started off. So I looked at how they were playing, the college kids, how they were ranked, and then from that point on, bet appropriately, just looking at how high these kids were And I think I heard you say on the last show, you like to look at the teams with the most, top 100 players on the same team.
Mhm.
That's kind of how I looked at it too, fantasy wise. Sorry, hey, these guys that's over 5,000. To put them in your lineup, I'm looking at all these characters. They all come from the same team. This is a guy right here going against a team that's questionable. So you can kind of go into looking at it like that. Is you a good digest of what type of results you could have because those players are already mapped out. They're estimating, giving you a projection on what these people are going to give, and you looking at certain algorithms, and it's like looking at the lines sometimes too, at looking at some of those fantasy numbers too. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. So you have all those variables, but it makes an even bigger equation, to be honest with you. But sometimes it's easier to be able to figure out.
That's what's up, man. So me, I'm always for my people that's just beginning to capping. Like I've been doing
Hmm.
this for a while. It's second nature. You've been doing this for a while for second nature, but for those people that might be viewing right now, or all those people that might see this later, man, I really love um, having content to tell and different edges and different ideas for cappers that's looking, to start off capping or want to, get their feet wet. But yeah, man, I
Yeah.
appreciate you for letting them know what's up with the fantasy thing. It's a lot of other things with the fantasy too. One thing that I've noticed is you guys that do the fantasy, you guys are always on the starting lineup for the day. You guys are always on who's injured, of course, and a lot of little factors. Sometimes one time I was caught up because I was like, man, it's all this free stuff on the internet that you can get stats and stuff. But then to get that roto wire is the real deal, right? But to get that roto
Yeah.
wire, you gotta sign up some way, somehow, eventually, or you just get the bare minimum. But yeah, man, I just
Well,
wanted to go through that, man. Anything else you want to say about the fantasy thing?
I was gonna reach on that roto wire. You don't gotta really pay for the roto wire. I ain't never paid for that. You know what I mean? Like I just look at what they have available on their site for free, just like anybody else, bro. Like I'm not paying for any of that. Like I look at the lineups just like everybody else. I mean, you possibly could get some extra inside information. Those people that make the big bucks, they get the little extra inside information before it starts off. Like they knew Kareem Hunt was probably like gone 2 weeks ago, maybe because they knew the video was going to surface. You know what I mean? So sometimes that happens. I believe that is. I had a conspiracy because if you remember when they had, I think it was Chris Johnson, or it wasn't Chris Johnson. It was another good running back they had over there. They had Spencer Ware coming in and out at the same time. Once they got Kareem Hunt, they didn't really need to use Spencer Ware. Now they have Spencer Ware. I think they're still going to be able to roll as far as Kansas City. I'm just reason out, talking about that just because we're bringing it up. But, I feel like that was a good indication that maybe it could have been something they knew already to happen because they were incorporating them these last couple of weeks from what I've been looking at.
So before we get into the, excuse me, still fighting this
NFL.
longest, man. But before we get into the championship week with the NCAA football, man, we got a couple games coming on right now. Denver and Portland, and what Dallas and the Lakers do.
You good? What you say, bro?
We got Denver and Portland coming on in about 6 minutes, and we got Dallas and Lakers coming on in 6 minutes as well. What you playing, man? I'm gonna make a play just for the people. This is gonna be for the people. Let's make a play real quick. I only got a few minutes. I just hit with my college picks today, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this one for the people, man. Win, lose, or draw, it ain't nothing.
I feel it. Yeah, I really didn't have too much, but I like the Lakers though. You know what I'm saying? I
Like the
like the
Lakers?
Lakers. Even yeah, I like the Lakers in this spot. The reason why is because they gotta get to a rhythm right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta get to a rhythm. Those kids are really proven. You know what I mean? I feel like they're actually proven. It's just that they're not producing right now at the moment. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're proven already though. You know what I mean? I feel like they can bust on any of these people that they play in any given night. I just feel like they have the ability. There's a lot of that stuff is in their mind. You know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff, and boss, and this is like on some real stuff
Uh,
in life general. It's all about your mind. You block yourself. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's probably what's going on with them. They blocking themselves. Like Ingram, for example. he should be able to get in there and go a little bit more harder and around the rim because he's longer than everybody. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he doesn't do that, it just shows that you something that's mental. You know, I was just playing basketball with, like I said the other day, like after a while, I just got on the court. I start blocking myself in, and then eventually I start noticing that, and I start changing it. You know what I mean? So sometimes they don't have the ability to change it, but you know who knows? You know what I mean? Sometimes they could, because you got somebody like LeBron James with you.
Well, I'm already locked in there at -4 for the Lakers right now, man. We're gonna stay posted with that while we doing the championship week information, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, anything else you want to touch on, man, about this week in sports for you? Anything bring
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I was gonna keep it original. You know how our show really runs. We run with the pick six picks of the week. So I had my three picks that I had ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had everything ready, so I could give you what I had so far, what I already bet, and I mean, a lot of that is already kind of like already set in motion. You know what I mean? Let's see. I got for sure. I took the first half in Oklahoma. I was talking to you about that off camera. I think they're gonna start off fast. I think they're gonna start off fast. They're gonna come out. I got it at 4 actually, 4, and it's at 4.5. Some places even have it at 5. So I mean, I wouldn't jump on it as just so quick, but I mean, I like that player a lot. Even though I feel like Texas is actually going to win the game. So a lot of people know exactly how your boy underdog record is. Underdog record is phenomenal, especially when he's getting that a lot of points. The line moved from 7.5 to 9 now, so I'm thinking that it's even more. You really want to take Texas. It could be a bait. I don't think so. You know what I mean? I think it is kind of profound that everyone knows that his underdog record is pretty good. So it could be one of those things that they just pop you in your mouth with. You know what I mean? It just slap you in your mouth like, oh no, it isn't. You know what I mean? But I think that's a good play. I even like the prop bet, uh, Oklahoma first half, full game, Texas. I like that prop bet, and I'm actually going to shop around for that this tonight. I'm going to bet that later on. So that's one I was already thinking about. So I actually I'm leaning, Oklahoma first half so far, and Texas full game. So if you like Texas, I'll take that +9. That sounds good right now. You possibly could wait a little bit longer. Who knows? The line is already moving. You may be able to get a 9.5, 10. So, who knows? That's kind of what I got so far. I like North Carolina State as well against ECU. But it looks like it's going against me. I actually got it at 24. It's at 23 right now. So I mean, I wouldn't be so quick to jump on it. At this point, I take all our bets are always recorded on Tuesday, so I have confidence in them. I'm like really pumped up. I'm riled up about it. Towards the end of the week, I start getting all these different emotions about all my bets that I already given. To be honest with you, but at the same time, I kind of like to stick to my guns for my initial thought. My mom always told me, keep your first mind. That's always usually your right one. So, I kind of take that into consideration when I think of bets as well, even if the line moves against me and I still have a stronger edge than the line movement. So, it is what it is. But that was my first two there. I really like NC State. I like the NC State play, to be honest. I think they're gonna roll here, and I think they roll on this position. And I like the first half with Oklahoma.
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump right in there too, man. I'm gonna go after this Clemson and Pittsburgh game right here. I gotta stay based at home, and I've Notre Dame played Pitt, and I got a good chance to see what Pitt was up to. I follow Pitt a little bit. 27 points. Let me see what the line is at right now.
And while you go for that, we could talk about that Laker game right there, just a little bit more in depth. I mean, as far as the Lakers, if you really be technical, everything that Dallas has done so far has all been at home. You know what I mean? Like they've been a really good on home. They're not that good on the road. I like Dallas as a team. Luka is like probably rookie of the year for sure. Like he's really like the best rookie that I've seen so far. I've seen Ski like Trey Young. I like Trey Young too, but I feel like it was it was even one of those moments like Luka isn't really a rookie. Kind of, you kind of don't want to. You look at Luka Doncic like you look at Ben Simmons almost, because they're so heavily built and they're so like already prone to like the NBA game. It seems like they're already ready for it. So it seems like you kind of get like, nah, bro, you're not a rookie. You know, what I mean? You don't look like you were struggling at one point. So that's why you probably don't put him at a rookie. But I like him. I like their team. But I honestly feel like you know, Dallas is all the way off. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Dallas is a team that doesn't have that that player. Even though Smith is a good player, I feel like they don't have that one player that's going to put in that realm. Even though Luca is nice, like I'm talking all this good stuff about him, but he's rookie, he's not that really proven yet. You know what I mean? He hasn't really been tested, even though he has been overseas, but not really. But I don't think they have that one player. Even though you could probably say they paid Harrison Barnes to have that player, but he's not there.
Well, since you jumped over to the Lakers, I
Yeah,
have
there you go.
to go with a little bit of mess and ask about this thing. I hear that LeBron is not doing the plays that Luke Walton is telling him to do. Is this true?
I don't know, bro. I
You
don't
don't look
know.
into that one?
I don't know. See, I don't think LeBron would listen to somebody that was drafted lower than him anyway. Though. Like, why would you even think that's the case? I think they pitched him the idea that if this doesn't work out, we can make something happen for you. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this is something that is a problem as far as Luke Walton. He's really clueless in certain cases this year. You can kind of see that it got real right now. He was in LA, it was getting comfortable. He's used to this, you know what I mean? He's used to this. He's kind of from out here, so he's kind of used to it, but I don't think that's the case, man. I think he could be on the way out. I don't think he's really ready for the spotlight, but it could be one of those situations. LeBron is a killer, like his boy Maverick said on one of those Halloween situations I seen on Instagram. He said he's a killer. He kills so many coaches, type of thing. He had like a Jason mask on, so maybe he's a killer, bro, at heart, and he does this for a living. You know what I mean? He does it ever
So,
since he's been like in high school.
is it safe to say that Walton's on the hot seat?
Uh, I don't know, man. I would say he's on a hot seat, but I don't know. He's from LA, and I was telling my little nephew this, that Lonzo shouldn't be traded because he's from LA. I feel like they're from LA, we all from LA. They gonna have this certain type of situation with him. Same reason why they're keeping Luke there. If to be honest, he doesn't deserve to even coach LeBron. The only reason why he's there is probably because he's from LA and he's a Laker. You know what I mean? That's probably what it really comes down to. So to be honest, I think they may keep him. They may keep Lonzo around just because they from LA, bro.
Uh, Only time will tell on that one, man. But I'm gonna go back to my pick. I'm gonna go ahead and take Pittsburgh plus the 27 and a half on this one right here. Pittsburgh probably slow this game down a little bit. I don't think Clemson just gonna stretch excuse me, stretch them out like Fred say. But I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh plus the points on this one. Call me what you want. And then my other pick would be I'm just gonna go right. I was listening to some podcast the other day, right before those last week's game with Alabama and Clemson, and it was some guys back east somewhere, something SEC levers and all that. That's what I listen to sometimes. But they were saying like you could try to make a case for all different teams in these different situations, but there's only gonna be few strong teams on top, and Alabama and Clemson are really strong teams, and that they usually just end up rolling over these people. And it was proof in the pudding last week, as it was close for a while in the first half for Alabama, but sooner or later they just crushed them and covered. And Clemson was the same thing. But this Pittsburgh team is probably the best that has been in a while, and I think they can hold off to 27 points, even with saying that. But this Alabama team and Georgia probably gonna come out, give them a good fight. But Alabama don't come to play no run every down, low, slow game. Once they get those big wide receivers opened up and get them downfield. And if you really watch the Alabama game, it's not so much that they're catching these wild passes or something like that. It's the yards after catch. The yards after catch, they act like they got to get as much yards after catch. They might be paying them for yards after catch. If you watch these players, how thirsty they are for yards after catch, just pay attention in the game this week. Alabama is tough. So I'm going to take Alabama as my number 2 pick. What's your third pick?
So yeah, my third pick, I like the under in the Alabama game that you're talking about. This is one of those situations that I don't know for the juggler. It's at 64. I think they could get up to the the 50 range. It could get scary at one point. Like unders usually get. They could get one, get crazy, but I think this is actually going to go under the 64 there. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Georgia has like that much going on for them to be able to put up the points, to be able to compete with Alabama. And once the time possession, the possession battle becomes, relevant in this game, I think Alabama is going to take on that. They are going to be up. They're going to take control of the ball. That's kind of how I see this game. And I'm willing to bet on that. So I'll take the 64 under on that. And I actually seen one of our listeners here and watchers here, Joe Licari, he actually asked about that already, about the under, and he asked if I like that. Yeah, I do like that. I'm taking that as a pick. That's actually one of my picks right there as well. So I also had another pick there. You know what I mean? But it kind of doesn't look like it's going to be a good pick, so I kind of will leave it there at the end of the day. But I like you. I like UCF too. If we were talking about something, I like UCF in this spot. I think UCF is going to show out. They do all this talking for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They got a good team. I think they could win that game, but that's not really a pick. I'm leaning there. I might end up playing that later on, but just to keep some more action cracking. But that's kind of what it is right now, though, bro. I like that. I like where I'm sitting at. I would go towards the Northwestern game because I cashed that under last week with Northwestern and Illinois. I would try to go back with that again, but with the under on the 62. But I just feel like Ohio State is really good. You know what I mean? They might blow that a game out the water. They might go over on the total, but I like the under in the Alabama game, so I'm taking that as the last pick there, and that's pretty much it, bro.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go on over to the Mountain West where I do it the best, and I'm gonna tell everybody pull out your checkbook, your ATM card, credit card, add a little extra cushion to the account. The Boise State gonna kick the shit out of Fresno State. It'll be close somewhat, but the pressure of Boise State. If Fresno State's not up by 20 points in the first half, Boise State will come back. Boise State will protect the bluegrass. This Fresno State team, they're pretty good. They're balanced, but they just don't have what my coach used to call the 42. He said you got to have a 42, and that means your heart. They don't have the heart to beat up Boise like that. And Boise, basically, because they're like one of the top teams out in the Mountain West, they probably get best in the recruiting class in that area as well. Got a lot of big guys, a lot of big tight ends out there, a lot of nice sized linemen. And Fresno, think about all the schools in the area of Fresno that you can go to. Cal, Stanford. You could even come as far as here, USC, UCLA. To end up at Fresno State, the type of recruit you are, unless Fresno State was where your mama and your daddy went, more than likely you're not going to end up there. And, they're just outclassed in this one, kind of like horse racing. Sometimes some horses are just outclassed. Like, they're just not bred the same way the other horse is. So I'm highly on Boise State on this one. Mark that in your books. If you're out there, we got a couple viewers. I don't know who they are. I wish they put a chat or something, let us know who they are. But
Yeah.
What you're gonna do is put some extra money on there and put it on Boise State. And then on the card too, I was just looking at this one right here. I'm gonna call it a lean because I ain't really looked deep into it. And like I said on one of our shows back when we was over there at Time for a Cut, man. A lot of these teams in the championship games, and this is where your cap comes in. You've seen these teams before. You watch the whole game. You have money on them. All kinds of situations like this Texas and Oklahoma game. I've seen both teams had money on both sides. Oklahoma can beat Texas. They've been getting a little better towards the end, but Texas can hold their own, and it's definitely not going to 78 because Texas really can't score up there like that on a consistent basis. Although Oklahoma can, they could run you out like that. But I like the under in that one, and I like Texas plus the 9 points now. Go ahead, give it to me.
Yeah, I got you. So now I hear you out there, bro. You out here dying, man. What y'all
Why-
doing out there? What y'all smoking out there? I
It
need to
must be
hit that.
lights on the
I need to
camera
hit.
because I wasn't
I,
choking all day.
I need to hit that. And I was just gonna double back on what I already gave out. You know what I mean? Like, as far as NC State, they got a really high power offense. Their offense is really good. Their yards per game is 18th in the nation. And then we go back and towards the team that they're facing here at MCU, one of the bottom teams in the nation. You know what I'm saying? As far as doing anything, you know what I mean? The East Carolina Pirates, bro. They're ranked 11th in their division right now. You know what I mean? They're just poor all the way around as far as defensively. They're at 111 points per game. So they're giving up 36 points per game. So I could see them actually getting blown out here by NC State. They got a high-powered offense. The other team, on the other hand, they give up 36 points. The line movement does look a little weird, but I don't really go too far on thinking too much on the line movement. Now, if it moves towards 5 points down, then I really have a problem. Like, I'm not going to make this bet. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that's different. But half a point, 1 point, even like 3 points, I probably would be still leaning towards taking NC State in this spot. So I really like that play. And I just wanted to kind of double back just because I feel like I didn't really explain why too much I really like that one. But I mean, I gotta give it up to our listeners here. We got Paco, we got Virgil Girl in here, we got Joe Lucari. I appreciate y'all for really coming out. My man McGoster actually has Michigan first half full game as well. I believe. I'm not sure what that means, Mr. McGoster. If you could kind of follow up a little bit more on that one. I don't know what you're saying there, bro. I think it's got first half right there, money line or something for Michigan. It's like plus Michigan. I don't know, but that's my boy. I appreciate you, Mr. McGoster. That's my guy. I got a name for him. You got an R&B name for me. If you want to know what the R&B name, hit me up on the DM. Trot Wham. Hit me up on DM. I might let you know what the R&B name for Mr. McGoster is. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a little insider there with us. You feel me? But for the most part, though, bro, that's kind of what I'm leaning right there. I ain't got too much going on. I like the Lakers tonight. They're already playing. I think they started up already. Let me see. How you feel about this Pac-12 though, man? This looks a little weird. You know what I mean? Like they got the ball. Washington. I honestly didn't think they were going to be able to beat this team. We did kind of look at the under though originally. We didn't get on early enough to give it out. You know what I mean? But you was talking about the under though, right?
Yeah.
It looks like that under cashing.
In this one, man, it's a casher, man. It ain't even no debate in this one. I took the under in both games tonight. Buffalo really surprised me on other times scoring, and going on the under on that game was against my motto, which is take the over. And my wife, my daddy, all kinds of people always tell me I need to stick to my first mind and quit switching it up. And I switched it up on that one and took the under. I always take the over in the max game. They usually try to buckle down in the big championship games. And that's why I was leaning over, but I was leaning under, but now it's way over, man. But let me ask you a question about the dumbest game on the card. You ready for this one?
What?
Who you like out of this Cal Stanford game? First I was thinking championship. I said, wait a minute. They already got the Pac-12 championship going on. What is this game on the card?
Oh, okay, so yeah, I'll tell you what happened. So this game is actually supposed to be going on, I think, week 6 or something around there. But what happened? They had the pros. No, that's just recently. This is the recent game though, because the fires happened. They postponed it just because of that, and this is the opportunity they get to play the game. So I actually was going Cal here, and I think I still bet Cal on this spot. I still got Cal money line on this one. The reason why is because Cal defense is like really good. And if you remember when we were at the IBC, one of the things that one of the guys was talking about is that Cal is supposed to be coming in with a good team as far as a recruiting class. yeah, that recruiting class came from their defense, and they came in there and did what they had to do and really put down defense. I think if you look at one of the teams that they played, I think it was uh I'm not sure, but they held the team under, like, I think it was Washington State. It was Washington State, or it could have been Washington. One of those teams, high power offense. They held them to like 13 points, 14 points, something around there. They have a really good defense, and a lot of that has to do with the recruiting class that came in this year. So I like Cal in the spot. You know what I mean? We've seen Stanford fold in several occasions. I had Stanford. I think I had Stanford against Oregon though in that overtime game, so I think I cashed on them like on some lucky shit before. But as far as like other than that, I like Cal on that spot. But I mean, I'm not giving that out as a pick. That's just a strong lean. I already bet it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of it. I probably would kind of lean Stanford because the dynamics in this game are quite different on this one. If you think about it, right? Let's say you're a senior, right? And you played your whole schedule out, and that last game just really got that last game, you getting another shot at it. You know what I mean? And let's say that you're a recruit, right? If you're a recruit and you're on the borderline, and these teams go out at this point in time, which kids are getting ready to go into Christmas vacation. It's all holly and jolly. They've been around their families. They think about the best for themselves. And here we go. These guys is having this game on championship week, and they're not even champions. So I think recruiting wise, I think player wise, it got a lot of stuff can go crazy in that game. And I would be like, I would just look at it to me like when you put the two teams together, Stanford would be the big brother to Cal to me. But I'm a Notre Dame fan, and Stanford is like West Coast tiny Notre Dame on like a Catholic level. So I always kind of root for Stanford, but I hate Stanford is so plain and they need to get that damn coach out of there and put somebody over there that's gonna really do something. But
I got love for the coach though. The reason why though is because my little cousin played for Stanford. He redshirt freshman this year. Shout out to my little cousin, Don J. You feel me? He played for the Stanford. He was cornerback there, so I appreciate Stanford for rocking with my guy. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. I don't really have too much love for Stanford as well with you as far as like them as a program. They did have some good bright spots with Andrew Luck, Christian McCaffrey. They have some really good linemen that came out of the Stanford. They have Whiteside right now. He's a really good wide receiver that's possibly going to go to the NFL, maybe able to get some good slot play in the NFL type of stuff. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean? I like Stanford just because of my cousin. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna get some burn next year. You know what I mean? I'm super excited about that. I'm excited about the Pac-12 is really live right now. To be honest with you guys, a lot of people was talking about the Pac-12 being trash. I think I seen Verge Girl. They say they trash. Yeah, it's trash right now. It's trash right now. Pac-12 is trash, but to be honest though, it's going to get heated up next year. Next year it's going to get heated up. They locked in Clay Hilton for another year. He picked up the offensive coordinator, a good offensive coordinator. So I feel like USC is going to be pretty good next year. They still have a lot of players that's going to be moving forward. If I think I seen a stat as well for the what's the freshman guy from I'm draw a blank right now, but what's the freshman guy from quarterback from USC? I think he has like a top statistic in the first quarter of having like the best something in the first quarter or something passing per touchdown completion or QBR in the first quarter or something like that. I think that's translating into next year. You know what I mean? I think something like that is translating into next year. They're going to be better. A lot of components are going to be. I'm really high on USC next year, to be honest with you. I think they ended off trash this year, but I think that was a foundational standpoint that needed to be placed, and that's something that they could build on top of. I feel like they're going to build on top of that, and it's going to be something good come out of that. Even though I don't think they made a bowl game this year, they didn't make a bowl game, but I think they're going to have a bounce back year next year. As far as Pac-12, but I'm rambling, bro.
Okay.
At this point, we drinking. We doing our thing.
I'm
I'm rambling.
I'm checking out the chat right here, man. Shout out the Verge Girl. She just threw up the big bad NG. You know what I'm saying? That stands for Notre Dame. And yes, Notre Dame is going to the playoffs. to do our thing, man. We'll see what happens. But my man Joe Licari wants to know what we think about this Ohio State game. This Ohio State game, um, Ohio State's a tricky team to bet on. Urban Meyer's, he's a pretty good coach, and there's two options here, and he usually chooses to try to control the ball, and he'll run his quarterback option and slow the game down and try to win in his favor. But sometimes teams can get away from him a little bit. A team like Northwestern, they're a little offensive high power. They could get away from him quick. So that 15 might be a little high, even though you got to go with Ohio State at home, but that's just kind of like fan wise. But the 15 is kind of high for this Northwestern team. It's probably one of the best Northwestern teams they had in a while to even get this far. You know what I'm saying? That you got to think. Northwestern then beat out Michigan. They then beat out Michigan State. They beat out,
Mm-hmm.
they beat out all the people on their side. I'm sorry, all the people on their side of the tracks though to get in this spot, and they there now. So I kind of lean taking the points in that one just because the line is too high. I think it would have been better around like 10, maybe 12, but 15 and a half and rising is like kind of ridiculous to me because Northwestern team that really does have an offense right here, and Ohio
Mm-hmm.
State team that's been tricked out of the game a few times this year. These Ohio State team has showed some weaknesses sometimes. They did step up big to win that last game, but they were at home. But they are at home again too, so that's a lot on it. I would say, Joe Licari, your best thing to do right there, go ahead and take that under, bro. Go ahead and take that
Yeah.
under. People don't really like betting unders, but if you watch some of these Ohio State games, it's the boringest thing you've ever seen in your life. They're not gunslinging down the field or nothing like that. They believe in 3 yards in a cloud of dust, keep on going down. So I trust in that. Take the under on that one. What you got on that, Wham?
And that makes sense because they're 50, I mean, they're 36 and throwing the ball as far as passing plays. So they're 50%. So they only throw 50%. But when they do throw, their yards per pass is 11, at rank 11 right now. So they're pretty good as far as completion wise. Well, they're ranked number 2 as far as passing. So they're pretty good passing. The only reason why I was gun shy on giving this out as a pick because I cashed with the under on the Northwestern against Illinois, but Illinois is trash, bro. Like I said before, like I know Northwestern has a good enough defense. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good chance that they could shut down Ohio State. So that's one of those moments I do feel like it's situational in this game. It's really situational. And you said this game is at home for Ohio State. I don't think it's at home, right? Usually those championship games are at neutral sites, right?
Though some in some of those divisions, they do get the whoever has the better record actually do get it at home. But some of these games
Okay.
are a little different. But I showed them on the home side of the field though, wherever they play at, they consider the home team. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Oh, okay.
going
Now
into
you
their
probably right.
going into their stadium does make a big difference though. So I don't know. That's something I ain't really took a look at that. Maybe,
They
well,
trap, yeah, and they travel anyway. Like it don't matter. Like they travel anyway, and this is one of those games that they want to push. I think I heard like Donnie and them talk about it as well. Like this is something that they want to push as Ohio State be like a mainstream team. They have a really good fan base. They want them to travel. They want them to buy tickets. They want them to do all the good stuff. So, they're gonna buy the merch and all that other stuff. So they edge them towards there. So it makes sense for them to do it. But like you said, they are boring. They are boring. They could get to a point that they can get boring. You don't know too much as far as their standout players. They usually have like good, real standout players. Oh snap!
you all right. I
You
do
all right?
I do see
I
right
do
here
see
that
right.
I'm getting a little feedback, but I do see right here that it is at a neutral site in Indianapolis. Guess both of them got to travel pretty much. Let's see what the travel looks like on that one. Looks like, yeah, Ohio State's traveling 168 miles. Northwestern is traveling 176 miles. So, yeah, neutral site. That's even plays more in the favor of Northwestern right there as a neutral site. So that'll probably be even more of a better one right there. So yeah, I really like that plus 15 with Northwestern. You back on, Wham? Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah,
All
I hear
right.
you. You
All
back
right. For
on.
sure. For sure.
My folks
Yeah.
out there that's still in here, all 6,000 of my listeners right here. Can y'all hear Wham? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? Yeah. My kids are running around here. They getting all excited. They ran over the stuff. If y'all can hear me. But yeah, bro. But I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that was a neutral site. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you right here. I'm just checking the chat, man. We got somebody new in here. My man Gathan McGowan, the third. Gates dog in the building.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Shout out for coming to join us tonight, man. You know, we just kind of maxing and relaxing. It's Friday night. We always live and direct. You know, we doing our thing, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping in, man. It's Who-Bangin Sports TV, you know, and we just doing that. What's up, Joe, man? Holler at us, man. You need to hop on with us, man. We know you a low bagger. We know you involved with everything, man. We appreciate you coming here. If you want to hop on with us one time, we can put something together. You know, talk about the games, man. Any other games you feeling out there in the college championship week? Any Birds girl out there? You got any games? You got any questions or opinions on? Let us know. Oh, I can't hear you now, Wham. You must have got muted.
Oh, I muted myself. My fault, bro. Can you hear me now?
You back on?
All right, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, we live and direct. We appreciate all y'all for joining in. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they like, man, they want me to play with them right now. They're like, man, get up out of here, bro. It's the weekend. We just got out of school. We got out the bath already. Come on, man. What you doing? You know what I mean? That's what they on sorry right now. But you know how it is, bro. I'm feeling good. I like the plays we got out right now. Just to give a recap, I'm liking that Oklahoma first half. I feel like the first half is going to be something that they come out with aggressive feeling. They should be able to cover that 4 points that I took. I like Texas the full game though. I feel like your boy Tom, he's pretty good on the underdog role. I think it's kind of profound. We all know that. East Carolina, they give up 36 points per game. And I think NC State right now, they're rolling. I think they're going to blow them out. So I like that 23 that is at right now. I took it at 24. And I told you guys about the play I already took in Cal. I took Cal money line. I like Cal right there. I think that's actually at Cal, though. I don't think that's a neutral site because, like you said, it's not a championship game or anything. That's just a replay game. And I like the under in that Utah State. I mean, under in the Alabama game. I like the under in the Alabama game. That's one of the games that I put there as far as a pick under 64 right there. That's a really good play. I like Alabama in this spot as well. I think they're going to take advantage of the clock. Same way I feel with Ohio State. I think they're going to have the possession, more their side. So that's kind of how I'm feeling, bro. But I mean, I hope you're drinking water, boss, man. I hear you coughing, man. You need to get
Man,
your stuff
as soon
together,
as,
bro.
as soon as I start getting the liquor and stuff going, it start messing with me. Somebody trying to tell me a sign I need to slow it down.
Yeah, you smoking that good, my nigga. I need some of that. You feel me?
No,
I
I'm just
need some
drink
of
right
that.
now, man. But yeah, my picks is I got Boise State for sure. Bet your bottom dollar on that. I like Northwestern plus the 15. I hope it goes up to 17. I like Pittsburgh plus the points. I also like the under in the Ohio State game. Um, I like Texas in that game. I like the points in Texas. I like the under in the Texas game. And that's pretty much it. I do agree with the NC State, and that's pretty much it, man. What about let's see, college basketball tomorrow? Anything we need to touch on in college basketball?
As far as college basketball,
You playing the
I,
card tomorrow?
yeah, I ain't really look at it. I was gonna look at it tonight, to be honest with you, bro. As far as like leans, I look at the games. I know some of these teams. So I mean, if you want to know straight off like a eyesight lean, I probably have. That's pretty much how I would look at this. I mean, the one that I'm really interested in that I looked at already was the Gonzaga Creighton game. That one I'm really interested in. I think Creighton is a good team. Don't get me wrong. So I think the line is put appropriately at 5 because I think Gonzaga is a really good team. But we got to understand, like Gonzaga is a really good coached team. Like Mark Few is a great coach. So at 5, that makes me get antsy. I feel like I should really jump on that off of just looking at it. And now that I look at it, I might actually end up making that bet. That might be something I'm taking in consideration, but I definitely strongly lean towards Gonzaga.
Yeah, I'm yelling, follow that train, follow that train, follow that train, man. Gonzaga beat these big old young freshmen at Duke. They put it to them, and Gonzaga was already pre-ranked to be one of the top teams. They say this is one they and they had some good Gonzaga teams. They said this is supposed to be one of the best ones in a while. I like that one too, but I also like this Purdue Michigan game. Michigan's -7.5 right now. I like Michigan this year. I think this is the one, you got old boy, the coach's son out the way. This is a new group. They playing a lot higher pace, a lot higher than the Michigan team from last year. So this might
Mm.
this might be a works in the makes right here. We'll know in this Purdue game. They ranked number 19 right here, and if Michigan blows this team out or does a beats them by 10, then this the real deal Michigan team right here. I'm gonna go ahead. That's what you do in college basketball. You kind of find a team and you kind of press that team and you ride them out, and then you find another team and you press that team and you ride them out. I'm about to hop aboard with Michigan on this one, see what happens, and hopefully they cash. And I keep cashing with them and pressing on Michigan so I can feel, I can feel they flow. Like, do they do step up for big games, or can they be lackadaisical against small teams? I'll figure out all that kind of information from after this day today. I mean, tomorrow for the game. Got my eye on that one, man. So yeah, lock that in there for me too. Michigan -7.5, Gonzaga -5 too. Add that to the thing. We get money tomorrow. What up?
So yeah, what I would say about that Michigan game right there, it, it appears that the line is favoring Michigan a lot, right? As far as like the total, I'm sorry, the total is favoring Michigan a lot. So they feel like Michigan is going to slow this game down. Michigan is going to be able to slow this game down on the perimeter. I honestly don't feel like they can control your big man, Hosh, your big man, he big, strong, knee busting Hosh. You know what I mean? His knee's like a little flimsy though, you know what I mean? Because last year his knee was out, whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know about that play. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't quick to go against you, boss, but I ain't quick to not go against you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold my tongue. You feel me? So I don't really like that play, to be honest with you, just because I know what Purdue, they got a good pedigree type of style. And, these games could be high profile, you know what I mean, for these young college kids for Monday. They got to go to class with some of these kids. So, this is one of those games that I feel like they could possibly be living up for. That -7 might be a little bit too much. You might want to take the other side. That's why I kind of hesitant on that one, to BG with you.
That's what's up. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But I bet singles in college basketball. If they burn me, I just move on to the next. I'm like, who was it? Maxwell Smarts this week had 80 bets and covered 52 of them or something like that. I'm like Max. I don't go that high, but I'll put a lot of little straight single bets out there and try to go, 5-2, or what I'm saying, try to stay in that range. And I'm gonna throw them two in there tomorrow, man. My man Joe Lacari, he asked about the UAB game. You got anything to say about? I'm off that game, Joe. It's just it's not really tempting for me, so I'm off that game, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let y'all handle that. How about you, Wham? You messing with that?
So to be honest with you, bro, like I feel like Middle Tennessee is gonna win this game. To be G with you, that's where I lean. I lean more towards Middle Tennessee in this spot, just because, like, you know, and UAB seem like they've been lax lately. I feel like they start off really great, like, you know what I mean, really good. They could have even went even harder and got, to a more national level of attention. You feel me? I feel like they could have got to that point this year, but I don't know. You know what I mean? They run game was great, and now their run game kind of went away a little bit. So I kind of would lean towards Middle Tennessee at this spot. I didn't want to make no bet on this. I didn't play nothing on that. But if you ask him for my opinion, I would lean more towards Middle Tennessee to be G with you.
Oh man, my man Joe LaCorey, man, shout out to him, man. He keeping the questions coming, man.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna just touch on the UAB thing one more time. Just like I said earlier when we were talking about edges and strategy and stuff. At this point in the season, I like teams that I've seen played, and UAB I haven't really watched them thoroughly. I've watched one game of Middle Tennessee, but what I saw in that game don't reflect, where they at right now. So I'm just totally off that game. And Joe Lacari, man, I don't really do the fights like that, but this dude Wilder, man, come on, man, that dude's a beast. You gotta take Wilder.
I must have tripping, bro. My fault.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up in a minute, man, because we got stuff to do, families and all that.
Hey, we've
So
been
I
on for
really
an
do
hour.
appreciate
Yeah, we've
everybody.
been on for an hour. What'd you
But
say,
you
bro?
got anything to say about the Wilder fight?
Oh yeah, man, I'm trying to go there, man. It's $100, boss. Well, let's get up out of here. Let's do that. It's nothing. I mean, it's pretty much the same price as pay-per-view. You feel me? We just basically paying for it ourselves. We already know we can get up there cheap. We don't gotta pay for parking. Let's go, boss. Let's do it. I was gonna talk to you right now. Now we live. I'm putting you on the spot. Let's go, bro. Let's go to the Wilder fight. We in LA.
I got a screen rental tomorrow. I got to do, man.
Oh, my fault, bro. Nah. Say no more. We ain't got to put your business out there. Nah, we ain't got to put your business out there. Say no more. Hey, but look,
Shout out to
I
A
like
Plus.
Wilder knockout. That's why I want to go to the fight. I ain't figure out nobody to go with. You feel me? So if y'all with it, y'all want to go to the fight, I ditch my family. I ditch my wife. Hit me on the DMs. Trot wham. I go to the fight with you. You feel me? It ain't nothing but $100. You feel me? We go over there. I got Wilder TKO, that prop that looked like a casher, bro. I think he gonna knock him out.
That's what's up, man. So Who-Bangin Sports, man. West Side Live and Direct. Djbigboss.
Your boy Trot Wham. Shout out to my man Ski for showing in for your boy last time. I wasn't able to come. Man, I'm gonna make sure I get it there next time. Shout out to my man McGhoster. Shout out to the bro. Shout out to the bro Kev. DDP. Shout out to my man my man Randy, my man Eastside. Shout out to my man K Wright. Shout out to all my G's out there from SPR, my low baggers. Shout out to my man Djbigboss. Everybody that's tuning in right now. Everybody, Joe Kari, Mr. Mick, go in, Verge Girl. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that just came in there, just give it a little love out here. Paco, shout out to everybody, bro. I appreciate all y'all, man. Djbigboss, what's up with you, bro?
Yeah, shout out to Paco, man, for always showing up, man. And shout out to Joe Lacari for hanging in there. Shout out to Verge Girl for always being there for us as well, man. And shout out to our new viewer. I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably know him already, but Gaten McGowan. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you stopping by, man, and checking us out. I'm Djbigboss, and man, we out of here, man. Shout out to Red Girl too. Don't forget about Red Girl. But we're gonna get on up out of here, man. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.